Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Sora and Angel back at it again on this wonderful Tuesday. Sora, how you doing? Boom. And with that being said, roll the intro.
It's Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah. Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah.
Sora, straight off the bat, I gotta give you a controversial question. Hey, NBA champs, call it now. Who do you got? Oh! Oh! That's... that gives me goosebumps. Oh, man. Oh. Oh! Especially with like the whole what they made an Instagram post yesterday about like them getting defeated in the finals. If they go back to the finals and win it all, oh man, that'd be sweet. That's like a great comeback story. Like they lost the biggest stage of them all, and like they're still second place, but that second place sucks. I don't even know why it was controversial. I just figured it was controversial because if fans are listening to this, it's like, no, that's not the right answer. No. Guess what happened? You have the red dot on you. Ah! Okay, so we got the unofficial red dot, which means Sora is not getting recorded. But now he's coming back. And we'll see if it starts being recorded or not. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Maybe. There's no recording. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're currently sponsored by, they're currently getting, I don't know. Alright, so we're currently waiting to see if we can fix these technical issues. And hopefully, once he comes back, his side will be recorded. It's coming back. Will it be recorded? Will it not? Should we just like reset everything? It's okay. We love this. Dun dun dun. I'll keep you guys entertained. Let's see if this works. Alright. GoPro came out with a new half camera.
If you thought...
Wow. Okay. Whoa. Right. GoPro came out with a half camera. But I don't really need a GoPro, do I? No, I don't. I don't. They look so cool. They make you think like you can shoot cool videos, but then like I don't do that much cool stuff. I just work. So oh man. Oh, chicken wow. Oh, we're back. We're back, baby. He's getting recorded.
Come on. This is the quality you guys all come to.
Yes. Ah.
Oh, what a day to be alive. Shout out to Google for continuously making me update my browser, even though it was just updated last week.
What is going on? All right.
We are here now. That's the important thing.
Yes. And it's being recorded, so everything works out. We just might have 3 minutes of like me talking to myself.
Good.
Okay. Ooh, okay. This is just like on trending topics. 2, 4, 5, 6 trending topic. No way. Stranger Things season 4. That's number 8. But do you watch Stranger Things?
I do. When is it? But the last season was out like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something, right?
I guess there's a trailer, and that's why everybody's talking about it.
Wow.
Reveals new.
I didn't know there was a trailer.
Drop Tuesday morning. Leaving. Oh man, no! I just went into wait. Okay. May 27th. May 27th. Stranger Things season 4 is coming. Ha! That'd be cool.
May 24th.
27th. Sorry.
27th.
Season 4.
They usually come out around like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the delay was.
Yeah.
Can't really say COVID's a delay when it's been 3 years.
I still can't believe it's been that long. I'm just like, where did the time go? People are getting on my Facebook feed, like when somebody pops up with like somebody got married, I'm like, wow, I haven't seen them in such a long time.
I like that though, because it's like, oh, I mean, I guess life does go on even though I haven't talked with you in X amount of years. Like, you're still doing your thing. And then when people are having kids and stuff like that too, you'll see those.
That is insane. I know some people who had kids like after high school, and I'm like, wow, they're like going to school. I remember one of my friend's first daughter dad dance, first dad daughter father dance. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? And I'm over here like, no kids.
Hey, how you doing?
That's cool too. All right. Another trending topic, just so we have something for the good titles. What are Sawyer's thoughts about inflation?
Inflation is bad. Down with inflation, up with the efficiency of our money.
Oh.
Nailed it. And I failed macroeconomics. I didn't fail it. I did get a C though, so I'm average. Yeah. So if you ask me any macroeconomic thing, I'll give you an average answer.
I don't know if it's macroeconomics,
right now.
But I remember in my economics class I got a C too. I'm like, C's pass. I'm good. Our distributor who sells ice cream was like, yeah, sales are down this month compared to last month. And he's like, I think we're going to go into a recession. So, like, I'm trying to cut back on my spending so I can save money. And I'm like, this is, like, insane. I don't know. And then, like, should I be really scared about, like, our vendor stating that a recession is coming? Either way, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about it because I don't think, like, what I'm doing right now is what people would usually go into if, like, a recession would come. Move back in with the parents, just start working every time. That's my life.
We're here already. What's up?
But I found it strange because technically I didn't move back in with my parents. This is my excuse of saying I'm not living with my parents, but I really am. So it's like a whole new town, but I'm still living with my dad. So, and mom half the week.
You gotta split up that time.
Yeah. He's like, why do they travel back and forth? I'm like, well, parents have apartments in Crawfordsville, so my mom maintains those half the week. And half the week she decides to help us out here, over here. And yeah. So that's my life. um, kind of like set. Nah, wait, my cousin told me a story about the girls that came into the store and like stole some conchas,
Mhm.
right? So this is
Mhm.
so bad, but like kind of funny. But like, nah, oh my goodness. We'll let you decide.
This is so bad, but kind of funny, but not kind of funny.
Apparently, the high school had um a what's it called? I'm not sure. I guess it was a walkout. I'm not sure about the details. Sorry if I get it all wrong. But there was a walkout for uh I don't even know all of these, but probably like something like around like sexual harassment, right? And so the lady who robbed us had a sign up and was like, "No, no means no." And then somebody happened to catch a photo of her with that sign, and
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. And so they crossed
Oh.
off that part of like what she had on the sign, like no means no, like nothing against that, but they put over it, "I just wanted some conchas."
Oh.
Like that part is funny, but then like the whole other situation, like she's actually doing a good thing, but like actually walking out and whatnot, but like sexual harassment. But yeah, so now the high school principal, I'm not sure the high school principal, like basically some of the teachers are like looking into it and trying to figure out who actually was the first one to do that, because apparently that meme went like viral into school.
Oh man.
Poor girl.
Oh.
So guys, lesson here is don't steal, especially from your family businesses, because it might catch up to you a month later. Okay. Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that's funny. I mean, I'm gonna say it. Coverage of that. That's funny. Because like all the teachers know that like that person like tried to steal. It's like, well,
There's no denying that part.
no,
We got video evidence.
No.
And over
oh my,
2 million views. Apparently, some people try to share it on Facebook, and it went kind of viral on there. But the moms went into like attack mode towards the people who were like posting it, saying they were gonna get their lawyers against them. And so some people were scared, so they shut it down. But then like,
lawyers about what? What are they gonna sue for? Defamation of character? It's like,
that's what somebody was saying. But I'm like, defamation character, it has to be false. Like,
yeah, it has to be something. You literally have video evidence of them doing it. Oh my goodness.
yeah, you have to like say something bad about them that's false.
To defame their character. That's wild.
And then apparently,
Oh.
the person who shared it like tried to like get police advice, and they're like, "Yeah, they can't do nothing to you. It's like freedom of speech." It's like, yeah, it's like, oh,
They called the cops to say, "Hey, can I get in trouble?"
yeah. Can I get in trouble for sharing this video? And they're like, "No, it's freedom of speech."
No. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm surprised they didn't go attack mode on like me or like the store for like posting that. But then luckily, it's like your girl stole.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anything, it's like a public announcement for your store, like, "Hey, we're always watching stuff," type of thing. And so,
Yeah.
that's. I'm going to sue you on what?
Yeah. I'm getting my lawyers on you, and that's when one of the girls took it down. She's like, "I have screenshots of our conversations." I'm like, "Oh,
That's like the typical, my dad's a lawyer thing.
yeah."
I'm going to call my lawyer on you.
People have this image of like the court system being so simple and easy, and like once the verdict's out, it's like it's gonna go smoothly. It's like the only people who are gonna win in that situation are the lawyers because they're gonna get paid. Yeah. Right.
That's funny, though. I'll repeat it again. That's funny. Good job, people, for sharing it. Shout out to that high school.
Shout out to high school.
I wonder what that girl's going to write her college essay.
Oh, one of them already got accepted to college, and as you guessed it, a lot of people notified their college.
Did they really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they notified her college, one of the girls, and I'm not sure what the college said. I just know some people said the high school coach, softball coach said they were gonna get. I forgot what word they use, but I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
95.
Hoy es martes, padre.
Ahora es martes.
Sorry.
You're good. Your break was a lot shorter than my break was.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, hopefully the college doesn't do anything. I mean,
Probably not. Hopefully.
hopefully not. Yeah.
There's some other people saying she got kicked out of the softball team, and then the anonymous account that really looked like the mom was like, "Are you sure? Because she's still practicing and hasn't been kicked off the team." Like, you're giving out way too much detail. It's like,
Yeah. She's still there. Tuesday, Wednesdays from 4 to 5.
and somebody was like, "You're the mom, aren't you?" And like, yeah,
I can't delete it.
yeah. Okay.
We're going to be an investigative podcast now. Just following these two girls throughout, like, their college experience, whenever the story gets brought up. Would that be creepy? I feel like that would be creepy.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe.
But I got a notification that I thought was pretty funny. That guy who made House of Highlights, he liked it.
Really?
The founder that made House of Highlights and then ended up getting a job at ESPN. Yeah, that guy. I forgot his name.
Omar.
Yeah. Omar. There you go. He
Yeah.
liked it. I'm like, what?
Oh, Omar, what a guy. Yeah, I think there was like a 30 for 30 done on Omar or something. Or not a 30 for 30, but like an interview surrounding Omar that ESPN highlighted. Just because I think he just started off as a fan that just started posting highlights of everything and, I mean, grew it into a business.
Yep. And they got a job at ESPN because, how you put it, those rights and like the opportunities he had with ESPN were just like too good to like pass up and like, oh man, it's insane.
Yeah.
That's really cool that like his resume is like building an Instagram over like millions of followers and his viewership is up there.
Yeah. I follow one that's very similar to House of Highlights. It's in the earlier stages of it, but it's called Snapback Sports. And he primarily does things on just Snapchat. But I think it was like 2 weeks ago, he officially like signed paperwork to make Snapback Sports an official business. And so like I'm curious if like that's his goal to like eventually sell his business to like an ESPN or something like that. But he gets like crazy interviews with like some like actual like NFL athletes and NBA athletes and stuff like that. So he's got good connections too. But again, it's just like he's earlier in his career than Omar is.
Yeah. How far back is House of Highlights?
I'm not sure. Let's see. When was House of Highlights started? 2014. When was Snapback Sports? 2018. So they're 4 years behind. But Snapback Sports has, whenever this thing was created, 900,000 subscribers and over 1 billion views. And let's see. House of Highlights subscribers. 3.5 million. So House of Highlights is 3 times as big. But they have 15,000 more videos and 1.5 billion more views. But I feel like if you have a consistent enough base, especially with highlight stuff, like highlights can be like 15 seconds long. And so like quick attention spans. And so like I think that's why he does his on Snapback Sports, does his on Snapchat, just because you can make those really quick. And so like 1 billion views is a massive number. Don't get me wrong, but it's like compared to like a 1 billion viewed YouTube video or something that's like 3 minutes long, it's like you can see why.
Dude, everybody's going for like the short form. And then all of a sudden TikTok comes out with 10-minute videos. What? And stories.
Yeah.
And then YouTube comes out with shorts.
YouTube shorts are wild to me because it's like if they had a way to separate them, I mean, I guess there is probably a way to separate them into different categories on like a specific channel, but it's like some bigger channels don't do that, and so they just have, if you click on their videos tab, it's just mixed of their long videos and their shorts, and sometimes it's hard to kind of like just navigate through because there are some channels that have like just been blowing up shorts.
Yeah. I somehow found this family who does really good shorts, and I realized they also have a big Instagram account, big TikTok account. I forgot what family it was, but they get like very big views. I might have seen like on the trending. No, Alex Greasewold. But yeah, one of his shorts, 5.3 million views. And like,
jeez, 5.3 million views on a short.
Yeah, on one of them. Like, I think he's probably the biggest one. But yeah, he's averaging like 800 and whatnot. So like really good numbers. And then he also has a big following on TikTok. But I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
4.1 on TikTok, and he's getting up there on YouTube. Because I think last time I saw it was a calf. Now it's like 1.08. So he's up there. But they're basically a couple that like has the internet as you're like the adopted child, sort of active viewer. And they tell you like what are the things you can and cannot do. It's kind of cool.
Huh. Interesting.
They don't like to cuss.
So like they bring you in like you're part of the family.
It's like, what can you do? What can you not do? Oh my goodness, what did I just do? Okay.
What can you do? What can you not do? Oh my goodness, what did I just do?
Yeah. Okay. No. Oh my god, that's what I did. Sorry.
Oh, tech issues.
I tried to go to that list of like questions, and then I realized that's when I went to the wrong site, or not the wrong site, the wrong tab, and I just went to like Riverside Studio. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I wanted to give you an update on the Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
How'd it go?
So, for those of you that are just tuning in and missed last week's episode, a couple of our friend group have joined for the first time a Dungeons and Dragons. They call them campaigns. And so essentially we got to choose from if we wanted to do a like a campaign from the actual Dungeons and Dragons book. So like the creators of Dungeons and Dragons, they created a bunch of these like ranging from easy beginner to like expert, like I guess stories. And we got to choose if we wanted to do one of those or what they call a home brew, which is essentially our dungeon master, who's like our leader. He created it on his own. And so we chose to do the home brew. So it's like this guy's world that he created. And so we had kind of like our intro call on Sunday. And first of all, our intro call, I thought it was going to be like 2 hours max. It was a 4-hour call. It was like a very long call. But he kind of ran through what the heck Dungeons and Dragons was. And then we got to create our characters, which was pretty cool. But oh my goodness, there are a lot of freaking options to create your character. So you don't only have to like, let me pull this up. D&D races and then D&D classes. So first and before, as you're creating your character, you have to choose what race you want your character to be. And each race comes with like different traits. And so let me just go through this list. There's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39, 42, 44, 45, 46, 40. There are 47 races that like you have to read through to see like what these different characters do. And so after we chose like what we wanted our characters to be, then you had to choose like what class you wanted your character to be. And the class is like, do you want him to be a barbarian or like a wizard type of thing? And so there are 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. There are 14 different classes to choose from. And then each class has different subclasses within it that after you get to a certain level, then you get to like choose little one-offs. Like there's just so much information thrown at us at this beginning. And so like it's understanding why it took so long to kind of go through it all. And then we're getting to the end of it all and he's like, okay, walking through like I guess kind of like you have to create like a backstory for your character, just because like they're making it like it's its own person, and so just as each person has their own story with them, you get to create the story, and so there's like some creativity piece to it too, which is great. But apparently he's going to tie in whatever backstories we all put for our people into the overall like journey. But oh my gosh, for a first intro call, learning about what Dungeons and Dragons was, I mean, my head hurt after it. On Sunday.
It's like the person explaining it is like a host or?
Yeah, so this guy, kind of like Stranger Things, he said, he's been playing Dungeons and Dragons since he was like 10 years old. And so he's like, I don't know, he's probably like late 20s. And so he's been doing it for 15 plus years. And so he's like, I really enjoy being like the host, the dungeon master. And so it's just wild how much info, because like as we're reading through the stuff, like we're like, okay, so for my character, he's like, yeah, your character does this and this and this, and then like this is a part to it to consider. And so like he knows all this knowledge just like off the top of his hand because he plays it so much, and like it's wild. And he's like running through different scenarios that we might face, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. My character is a little lizard man who he just plays an instrument to like hype people up. So I'm like the hype man of the group.
So good.
I figured that was going to be the easiest to understand. So that's
what do you do? I hype you up.
Yeah, and so we'll see what ends up like happening of it. But we've got not this weekend, but next weekend is our first like actual when we're playing the game. So I'll have another update for you then. But as of right now, my head was hurting after we went through it all.
Yeah, when he told me multiple Sundays, like an hour and two, and I'm like, I can't do that. Sorry.
It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. My thing is exactly like you said, though. It's like, because we were talking, he was like, what are you guys thinking about time frame wise? And we're like, I don't know, like maybe like 2.5 hours. He goes, okay, well that's gonna fly by really quick. Usually the shortest I do is 3 hours, but like typically it's around 3.5, 4. And so like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like we'll see how fun it is the first round and like getting all this stuff. But it's like if it's gonna be 4 hours, like that's just a big chunk of the evening that's then gone. Yeah. And especially at Sundays, if it's at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, it's like our Sunday evenings are just gone when you want to be winding down for the work week. Like, but we will see.
Let me know.
Looking forward to it. But.
I'm kind of glad you guys like actually went through with it. I was kind of scared. I'm like, it was 3 or 4 hours. I said it before I even began. I'm like, sorry guys, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's one of those things that's always been kind of on my bucket list to try, just because, I mean, it's got such a massive following, just Dungeons and Dragons as it is. But, like, it always has that, like, nerdy reputation to it. Like, oh, only nerds do it. But it's like, it seemed fun. And so, it's like, why not? If the first trial run is going to be free, and, like, we only have to pay after the next one. And so it's like, might as well give it a go. Because the worst thing that happens is we're like, you know what? Not for us. Like, too much of a time commitment and all that stuff. But, again, I know Mark is super pumped about it. And, again, we're pumped about it, too. But we'll just see kind of what it kind of looks like time-wise.
I thought Dungeons and Dragons was similar to World of Warcraft.
It's very similar, like, character-wise. Very fantasy-oriented.
Because I was like, okay, we can play it together, I guess. But, like, I didn't know it was like a whole board game in like several weeks. And I'm like, what? And Mark was like, Google it. I'm like, I'll try.
Well, so apparently with it, there's like, so the one way you can play is like if you're just on your video and you're talking and the guy's like explaining like, okay, you're in a village, there are 6 huts around you, and like he tries to paint the picture for you. But there's a website you can go to, and you pay $30 for it, but like it paints the entire picture, and like you have your avatars that you can move in it, and so he'll tell the story, but you actually have a visual too. You don't have to imagine everything, and so that's what we're kind of discussing now. It's like everybody has to pay $30 in order to use it. It's an all or nothing thing, and so we're like, who wants to pay $30 for this, like kind of thing. So we'll see, but yeah, it's got to be one of those things, like especially if he starts talking about things that we don't know and trying to imagine like what the heck this guy is talking about. That's going to get a little bit difficult, but we'll see.
There you go. Keep me updated. Another question about Sunday. Did you catch a shiny mudkip?
I was walking around and I clicked on a couple, but none of them were shiny, and I'm like, oh, I got yard work I have to do. I can't just keep doing that. So then I went back and I did more landscaping. Did you get a shiny one?
I got several. And once we see each other, you can trade one.
Aren't they pink?
Yep, pink.
Yeah.
I saw somebody like on a Facebook post. They said in a 3-hour span, or 2 hour and a half, sorry, they got 10 million XP.
What? They had been doing double XP egg and like incense and all of that stuff.
Yeah, lucky eggs.
That's
and
wild.
The quick catch technique, which I need to learn that technique, because seeing how much they go through, I'm like, what? And then,
I mean, if you can get 10 million, ooh.
And 2 hours and a half. Oh. Oh.
That's wild.
I'm like 600,000 away from level 42, and I'm like, no. So hopefully it'll be soon. But I'm gonna go to YouTube and try to do the quick catch technique instead of having to go into like the slow moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sunday I went to like the local Walmart, got my 2 phones out, and just started catching Pokemon inside my car, of course. So I got.
What did you say? You said like, gotta make sure I eat breakfast because it's gonna be a long day of Pokemon catching. You said something like that in a Snapchat to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, today's the day. I think it was like, gotta eat lunch, get ready, go Pokemon hunting.
Yeah. It was like 2-ish. Like, I went to Panda Express. No, the goal was to get Panda Express to get before catching Mudkips, but I saw the Panda Express line was too long, and it was getting too close to like 2. It was like 150. I'm like, no, I can't do this.
I love the priority that you put on it.
So I went to Wendy's. They had a shorter line, and I got done there in like 5 minutes. And so I was just enough time to get in, go to like the local downtown area mall and get my Mudkips. Mudkip's like the strongest, the shadow version of it. It's the strongest water Pokemon on Pokemon Go.
Really?
The shadow version is.
Huh.
And so, Yeah, they basically a lot of people, the YouTubers of Pokemon, are like the best thing about community days is like try to catch as many as you can, so you never have to catch another one again. I'm like, that's the plan. But I just use
Yeah, that's what I did with the Bulbasaurs. I mean, I just use basically all my Pokeballs on Bulbasaurs because I'm like, I got my shiny, and now I want to get it so where I can max out the shiny and evolve it all the way. And as soon as I did that, I'm like, no more stupid Bulbasaurs.
and once you realize how much that takes, you're like, what? All those candies, all the
Yeah,
stars.
even if it's like a double candy, like it takes a while. Because usually the shinies are like a low level too with their CP, and so it's like it takes a bunch.
Yeah. And then one of the YouTubers was recommending catching shinies and evolving them because when the Mega comes out for Mudkip, or like no, I forgot his evolution form, but everyone's gonna want a shiny Mega of that one, like Swampert, shiny Mega Swampert.
Swampert, yeah.
So I'm like,
I was like, Metagross? No, that's definitely another Pokemon. That's a metal Pokemon.
So I got shinies. You want shinies?
You get a shiny. You get a shiny.
I didn't get that.
I think this is like one of the only ones that have happened recently that I didn't take advantage of. Because usually I'll do it until I at least get a shiny, even if I can't like level it up a bit. Like
Mudkip's good. So. Okay. Turn.
What is your favorite shiny Pokemon? Like the way that it looks.
Togepi is currently out on shinies.
What does a shiny Togepi look like? Okay. Oh, it's just got an orange head or peach head.
Actually, one of the goals right now is to get shiny Charizard.
The black Charizard looks cool.
That's what I want. And I went through so many raids, but I never got a shiny Charizard. So
I'm sorry.
somebody was like, just wait for a community day. Because, with raids, you got to spend money for the raid passes. And it's like a 1 in 500 chance. And that does not mean that if you do 500 raids, you'll definitely get one.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed. Yeah.
And that's the other thing. It's like, no, it's like every raid, it's 1 out of 500. That's the chance. But can we...
So, well, good thing I have 499 raid passes.
And you can even do all 500.
And then you go through all of them and you still don't get it. I would just delete the game. I'd be like, I am not doing this.
I think I went through probably like 20 raids of Charizard. I'm like, shiny Charizard is great and all, but like, it's mostly just for the looks and then the Mega Charizard.
Oh yeah,
because
I mean that's the one I would put in a gym just so everybody knows. Hey, I have a shiny Charizard.
That's basically it. Because most of the time the stats aren't that great, but it's just like telling to show it off. And like, oh, I got.
I like shiny Ditto. That's my favorite, just because it's a royal blue color. I think it's really cool.
Oh. Good. Did you catch one? There's a past event for Dittos.
I know. I knew that there was a past event, and I wasn't playing it during it. And I have a challenge to catch 3 Dittos, and I'm like, oh, this is never happening. Because Dittos are so rare if it's not an event or something.
I think it happened April 1st, didn't it? Like last week?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why they actually did it. Because they realized how many people were stuck on one of those challenges, like catch a Ditto. And Ditto never appeared, so we're just going to make an event.
Yeah. And I don't know if I would be... I think I would be more bummed, though, if I clicked on a Pokemon and it was a shiny, and then it was a Ditto. Like, even though Ditto's my favorite looking shiny, I feel like it would, the hype of it would be like, oh, it's a Ditto. Especially, imagine you get your shiny Charizard, but it's a Ditto.
Oh.
That would irk you so much.
Shiny Gibble might be one of those good ones.
Gibble. Oh, that's the little dragon looking guy.
Which the account that I bought has one. So I'm thinking about just trading it towards like my main account. But then I realize I need so much candy to like actually power it up and evolve it. Which I don't know. Which I'm currently trying to get candy for my Magikarp because I have a task to evolve a Magikarp, and I still have 400 candy.
I've got a shiny Gyarados. Yeah, and I've got a shiny Whale Lord. It's the Whalmer, but it's big and it's pink. That's always fun to put in a gym just because it takes up so much space. I think I sent you the Snapchat of it when it happened, but I caught a shiny Scyther from a Team Rocket balloon. Like the Team Rocket person had a shiny on, which I didn't know they could do. And then it's like the 1 in 3 chance of whatever Pokemon you get. I got the shiny one to catch. So that was a cool little surprise.
Ooh. I got shiny Shadow Bagon.
Bagon.
The strongest dragon type Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that little
it's green.
Mohawk-y looking guy. Not a Mohawk whatsoever, but slick back. You got a shiny one?
Shiny Shadow.
Ain't a Shadow. Yeah, wow. What are you doing with him?
I think I'm gonna try to power up 3 Shadow ones because that's the strongest Shadow Pokemon. And I'm trying to like put together like how many of them can I power up and like actually fully max them out. And like 3 is good because after 3 it's just like I'm not even thinking about that now. I'm probably thinking about 1. What max went out?
Yeah,
because other ones, this is just so expensive and so much candy. I'm like, no, I can't do that. It's insane.
I love the Bagon's second evolution. It looks so silly. Like it looks like just a bread loaf.
It looks so useless.
It does. It's like I'm just gonna push you over and you'll roll around.
Yeah. And then like the next evolution, the strongest dragon Pokemon.
Yeah. It's like he's just in his little cocoon essentially.
Alright. So would you rather have a new expensive pair of shoes or an expensive pair of sunglasses? Who doesn't love to have nice things? But the question is, which nice things would you prefer?
I've got my answer. Let me know when you have yours.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm going sunglasses.
Why?
Because I've had expensive pairs of shoes before, and it's like I always get nervous if you're gonna scuff them or if like just you're gonna step in something with them, and so like you wouldn't want to wear them out. I also have an expensive pair of sunglasses, and as long as you're safe of when you like wear them and like you don't sit on them and stuff like that, I feel like they're much more. I guess they're much easier to maintain. So I'm going sunglasses.
Well, sunglasses too. I just like every step I would take. Oh my goodness! It'd be like that video of like the kid coming out of the school bus and just like walking all sorts of funny just so you wouldn't crease his shoes. It's like when I have dress shoes. They might not be expensive, but just knowing that they're dress shoes, and if I drive stick in them, it's gonna crease them. So like, I usually have to bring in a pair of either other shoes or just like sandals to drive stick shift because I don't want to like crease it when I push the clutch. All right. Do you have a question of the day?
See, those are things you don't have to think about if we choose sunglasses. So we chose the right thing.
That's it. All right. Do you have a question of the day, or do you want to make that the question of the day?
I was gonna say I liked that one for the question of the day because I think it's kind of like a good 50-50 there. Because there's not necessarily a right answer. It's just how people prefer to go about their days, whether they want to walk like a duck and be weird or live their life like a normal person. And I'm not being biased towards what I chose.
Some people are sneakerheads.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you buy a nice pair of sneakers, like you have Jordan 1s or something like that, like if you hold on to them, they could rocket in price. So
that's insane.
But so yeah, that'll be the question of the day then. And so again, just to repeat it for you guys, would you rather own an expensive pair of sneakers or own an expensive pair of sunglasses? So Angel and I are both the sunglasses, but you let us know what you are and kind of your reasoning behind it. And we can read through some of those next week. And as always, if you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, let us know, and we are more than happy to highlight those. The actual topic that we did was from Omar from House of Highlights for this week's episode, though. So shout out Omar. Thank you for the suggestion just to bring you guys up. So if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, let us know, and we will highlight those. House of Highlight those. Shout out Omar. But if you also have any things that you want us to, I guess, improve on or any tips, tricks for us, let us know. We are always happy to kind of increase our, I guess, voices for your listening pleasure. That came across weird, but you all know what I mean. And so we look forward, though, to talking with you guys next week. And you can reach us, though, again, if you're listening to us on the podcast platforms, through email at talkmentuesday@gmail.com or through the comment section on YouTube. But you enjoy the rest of your weeks. Stay safe, social distance. Unless you're vaccinated, then give somebody a hug and make sure to tell someone you love them. But we will talk with you guys again next week.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.